Hello everyone, and welcome to my solo RPG journal. Today, we're going to create a character for Deathwatch. So I've had this idea for a while. Streams, in this case, this is a pre-recorded video, but streams of me creating characters for various RPGs, often on my first look of them. Now, I haven't done very many of them, even though I've had this idea for a while. I did go and do the Shadowrun 6th edition one because there was a bundle that was for sale over at Bundle of Holding, and that sort of pushed me to go and do it. And that sort of worked out okay. And I've just seen that there is currently one for Deathwatch and Rogue Trader over at the Humble Bundle shop. That's going on for the next week or so. So if you actually see this after I've put it up, then there will be a little bit of time for you to go and get, I don't know, it says $1,000 worth of RPG books for, $30 or whatever it is, whatever the cost was. But these are older games now that have not been in print for a while, but they were supposed to be good. So I have jumped on it and decided to push these out. I'm currently doing videos at the moment. I'm doing a little bit of pre-recorded stuff at the moment, so I'm just pre-recording these as well. In future, when I do these, I think I will, when I eventually get to it, it'd be cool to be creating characters with people and getting feedback from chat. But today, unfortunately, I'm just going to do it myself. So, Deathwatch. The only thing I really know about Deathwatch at this stage is that you play a Space Marine, and I'm guessing that you play a Space Marine in the Deathwatch chapter. So the in Games Workshop's Warhammer 40,000 games setting, they have the Imperium of Mankind spanning thousands and thousands of planets and lots of different factions in there, including the heavily genetically modified super soldiers called Space Marines, or now Adeptus Astartes. One of the chapters is the Deathwatch, and it is made up of Marines from other chapters that go and spend a stint in the Deathwatch. I believe that they are a militant arm of one of the Inquisition orders, or just the Inquisition in general. So in a Deathwatch game, I'm guessing that you can either just go on military campaigns, as, it's originally a tabletop war game where you've got vast armies fighting each other. But you also probably have scope to be playing stories of hunting things for the Inquisition. The Inquisition is marked this Xenos over here. This planet here is being infested by Xenos, or heretics have been found in this city and you need to go and take care of them, or something like that. I think it's probably different to Dark Heresy in that in Dark Heresy you play as part of the Inquisition and your job is to do more of the investigative stuff, whereas maybe in this it's more the investigation's been done and we've got this sort of foothold situation that they've got to deal with or something. I'm not too sure. I've not played Deathwatch before, but I do find it a little bit hard to see your 8-foot-tall Space Marine walking around and trying to fit in and quietly investigate some heretics around normal humans. Anyway, let's have a look through the book and make a character. So I've got the PDF. We've got a large section on character creation, which is what we'll probably be looking at. Looks like we're going to start with a bunch of information about what the game is, which we might have a brief look through. Specialities, we might glance through that. Skills, talents, and traits. We might glance through these sections as we create our character, but we're not going to be reading anything in detail, as well as the armory. And we won't touch playing the game or combat or any of the other sections here. So, what is the game? What's in the book? Game dice. So this system is a percentile system. You roll 2d10 a tens die and a ones die to get a result. You basically want to roll low. So the idea is that your skills and your statistics will form a threshold that you have to get under. And that threshold to say, like, you have a 20% chance of passing this test, or you have a 50% chance of passing this test, or a 75% chance of passing this test. And so it's easier to roll low because if you've got a 20% chance, you just 1 to 20 wins, 21 on fails, as opposed to going 20% chance, I want to roll high, so I need to roll above 80. And that maths is easier, but, you know, as soon as you're doing those calculations a lot, actually, I guess if you're doing those calculations a lot, it would be one of those things that's hard at first, and then you'd done it a bunch, so it would just happen, no worries. But, you know, you'd generally, roll below this threshold. The other game that does this is Call of Cthulhu. So Space Marines are massive super soldiers. Bunch of stuff in here, creating your Deathwatch Space Marine. So, stage 1, generate characteristics. All Space Marine characters begin the game with the skills, talents, traits listed on page 36, which we're not anywhere near. These have already been marked for you on the character sheet, so these will be these black checked things. All Space Marines have many special implants that give them special bonuses and abilities. These bonuses are included in your character sheet provided in this book. They are summarized on page 16. Select character. So this is going to tell us these are the steps. And then we're going to have to jump forward in the book to the bit that actually explains what to do at those steps. So let's try jumping ahead past these steps. Stage 1, generate characteristics. Characters represent your character's raw ability, or characteristics represent your character's raw ability on a scale of 0 to 100. In a variety of physical or mental areas, your character's characteristics are important for a variety of reasons, but principally they reflect your ability to succeed at certain actions. Since you want to roll under your characteristic when attempting to accomplish something that has been, So weapon skill is how good you are at hand-to-hand fighting. Ballistic skill is how good you are at shooting. Strength is how strong you are. Toughness is how good you are at shrugging off damage. Agility is quickness, reflexes, and poise. Intelligence is intelligence. Perception is how good you are at perceiving stuff surrounding you. Willpower, your character's ability to withstand the horrors of war and the dread opponents he is bound to encounter. Fellowship is your character's ability to interact with other creatures to deceive, charm, or befriend them. Characteristics are generated one at a time. For each, roll 2d10 and add the resulting numbers together. Then add 30. Follow this procedure once for each of your characteristics until you have the results for all 9, and then fill them in on your character sheet. When recording each characteristic on your character sheet, remember to write the first digit of the number in the circle. So we've got boxes here instead of circles. Not for weapon skill and ballistic skill, though. Writing those digits in the circles allows you to see what your characteristic bonuses are at a glance. Note that one or more of your characteristics may be further modified by your... Okay, cool. So the way I've read that is I roll weapon skill, then I roll ballistic skill, then I roll strength, then I roll toughness. So, Weapon skill is 37. Ballistic skill, 39. I got an 8 and a 1. Strength. Um, 15, 45. And I believe that strength, all Space Marines possess the unnatural strength trait, which is ×2. So I think that at some point that's going to be multiplied to 90. But we'll just keep going for the moment. Uh, 43. Agility. 11 plus 30 is 41. Intelligence. 8, so 38. Perception. 11, so 41. Willpower. That's an unlucky roll. 34. And a fellowship of 40. Let's do this. Unfortunately, this sheet that I've gotten from, I can't remember where now. Now, I'm assuming that's good. Not sure what these other boxes are for yet. Since you are playing a character who represents one of the Imperium's mightiest defenders, you may re-roll any one result of your choosing. Should you do this, you must keep the new result, even if it is worse than the old one. I guess the willpower is probably the one to re-roll, because I only rolled 4. Yeah, that's heaps better. 39. Yeah, so example. So I have done the right thing there. I'm guessing that if all Space Marines have a ×2 strength, that will come through at some point. Stage 2, select character. Why did they have the multi-page checklist before if... Whatever. After generating your characteristics, your next step is to determine your Space Marines home chapter. There are roughly 1,000 chapters of Space Marines. Yada, yada, yada. Now, I do have all the books, I'm assuming, because I did go and pick up the Humble Bundle thing. So I'm sure I could pick up some interesting chapters out of some of them, but I'm just going to pick one from this this book. So let's just... we go. So the options are going to be Black Templars, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Wolves, Storm Wardens, and Ultramarines. Let's just... Black Templars. So these guys, the Blood Angels, these guys, Dark Angels are these guys, Space Wolves are these guys, Storm Wardens are these guys, and Ultramarines are these guys. So, fuck it, let's go Dark Angels, because they look cool. Green armor with dirty, worn robes. Why not? Sounds great. So I can probably write that here. Dark Angels. When you choose a character's chapter, this decision affects his personality, his characteristics, and his combat abilities. Chapters are listed on 38 to 54. Each chapter modifies your character's characteristics. Add the bonuses from your chapter to the appropriate characteristics on your character sheet. The culture and gene seed of a Space Marines chapter grants him solo mode ability. Write down the name of this ability on your character sheet. I guess from here, if we read this, gain certain things and a special demeanor. Not to worry, all of these terms will be explained later. Let's go round to the... Okay. Here we go. So there's a bunch of stuff there that... A bunch of stuff on pages that explain what the Dark Angels are, but we don't care about any of that. We just care about characteristics. Dark Angels Space Marines gain the following benefits: +5 ballistic skill, +5 intelligence, and the Stoic Defense solo mode ability. Where do I write that down? Renown, experience, insanity, corruption, Space Marine talents and traits, wounds, movement, powers. Well, I didn't see it, so I'm going to write it down here. Stoic Defense solo mode ability. See page 217. Apparently. Sons of the Lion is a demeanor. Okay, so let's see if I write that. Chapter demeanor is Sons of the Lion. Usually a T in the should not be capitalized in title case, but that's okay. We will not hold that against them. Let's just jump back to select chapter, select speciality. Once you have chosen your Space Marines home chapter, the next step is to select his speciality. The Deathwatch, the character speciality, defines his role and function within a kill team. In their home chapters, Space Marines are able to wage war in a variety of roles on the battlefield. However, the elite special missions conducted by the Deathwatch require a tighter focus on a Space Marine's natural talents. Speciality helps guide your character's development, determining your starter gear, skills, talents, and a variety of other factors, helping to build a place for yourself within your kill team. To determine your speciality, make a selection from those available. Note that some chapters are restricted and may not select certain specialities. Once you know what your character speciality is, copy down all the relevant information onto your character sheet. Your starting skills, talents, and gear. In some cases, you will need to make a choice between one thing or another. Okay. Deathwatch Apothecary. Deathwatch Assault Marine. Devastator. Librarian. Yeah, okay. They're, so they've got, they're like classes, basically. Classes, so it's like the chapter was the race and the speciality is the class if you want to use a D&D analog. Cool. So Deathwatch Apothecary are the medical experts and healers. Assault Marines, fierce hand-to-hand combatants. Masters of heavy weapons are the Devastator Marines. The Librarians are powerful battle psychers. Tactical Marine, well-rounded leaders and warriors. And a Tech Marine, a bionically enhanced master of machinery. And so Black Templars cannot have Devastators or Librarians. From memory, Black Templars are all about the close combat. Everyone's carrying a chainsword kind of thing. So heavy weapons is not really their thing. And I guess they don't like Psychers. And I've never really looked into the Space Wolves. But obviously they don't like healing. It's probably not natural. So let's... Specialities, here we go. What? Why do I get a specialities and then all these other stuff? Anyway, Deathwatch Apothecary. Do I want to be a healer? Advances stuff, okay. I think we just make a tactical marine. So this is the assault marine with a giant jump jetpack basically on his back. He's got a power fist as opposed to a chainsword in the art there. Devastator with his heavy bolter. So this guy is 8 foot tall, right? So this weapon that he's holding is like 4 feet tall. Just from that art there. 4 to 5 feet tall. I mean, a lot of it is a belt for feeding ammunition in. But yeah, so though that is massive. It's basically a massive cannon. There's a thing about the Trader Legions there. Ooh. Librarian is your Psyker. But I think we will just use the Tactical Marine because they are your generic boys. So, starting skills. Okay, so command begins as a trained advanced skill. I don't know how to mark that on this character sheet. So that's useful. It's form fillable otherwise. So I'm just going to go put a T there to say that that is trained. Special ability. Choose one of the following. Bolter Mastery or Tactical Expertise. Bolter Mastery, plus 10 bonus to all ballistic skill tests and a plus 2 to damage when firing a bolt weapon. This ability only functions in solo mode. When initiating a squad mode ability, the Tactical Marine may share benefits of his chapter squad mode abilities with the members of his kill team as if they were part of his chapter. This requires a successful hard -20 command test. So that's -20 to the target. So if I've got a roll, so it's a command test, which would be this one that I am trained in, which is from Fellowship. So I'd have to roll 40, but it's hard, so I'd have to roll a 20. Though I'm guessing that basic and trained also have some difference there, make a difference. I'm not sure how the tests work exactly. At rank 3, the command test becomes challenging. At rank 7, the command test becomes routine. Okay. So that just changes the difficulty. And then we've got some advancement stuff, which I don't care about right now because, I mean, I guess I would if I was actually looking at playing for a long time and wanted to, but we're just creating a character. So I'm going to go tactical expertise because that sounds useful. Instead of just getting better at shooting stuff when I'm by myself. I'm not actually sure what solo mode is at this point, but tactical expertise is something that I need to put. So I need to watch Tactical Marine, talents and traits. Do I put that in here, maybe? And I'll just put a note for page 85. That might be something that we put elsewhere. Actually, I'll move it to notes because I'm not too sure. And I'll actually say this is the tactical marine thing. And I think that that's everything. Yes. So we can jump back to our character creation list. Okay, movement wounds, fate and experience points. Once you've determined your speciality, your next step is to note down your character's movement, fate points, and wounds on your character sheet. Finally, you spend your 1,000 starting experience points by referencing the appropriate rank advances in Chapter 2 specialities before moving on to the next stage. Okay. So I do have to care about advancement. So, current 1,000. Where do I... well, wounds. Wounds are a vital part of any character and represent how much punishment he can take before suffering serious injury. To determine your character's wounds, roll 1d5 and add 18 to the result. 20. Cool. The total number is how many wounds. Where do I put that, though? There's a thing here. So force field, this is all about armor in your different places. Wounds, total, 20. 20. Fatigue, I don't know how that works yet. Fate points. Space Marines are unique individuals that are destined to do the Emperor's work. Fate represents this special destiny that sets this Space Marine apart from other battle brothers of his chapter. Roll 1d10 on this table to determine the character's starting number of fate points. 3. So a 3 is 3 fate points. Okay, can't really get very many there. Movement. Characters may move at one of 4 speeds: half move, full move, charge, and run. Okay, so the number of meters a character may move in his turn is determined by his ability bonus. So my ability bonus... Which ability? Agility bonus. Agility bonus. I've read ability and gone, hang on, what do I... Agility bonus is 4. So half move is 4. Half move is 4. Charge is 8. 8, 12, and 24. Is that meters or is that feet? It is unnamed units of measurement. It could very well be feet. 4 feet's not very far though. Especially if you're 8 foot tall. Yeah, 4 foot is not a very 4 foot's like a single stride if you're 8 foot tall, right? But maybe you're a hulking giant and so you're not particularly agile. I don't know. Finally, spend your 1,000 starting experience by referencing all Deathwatch characters begin play with 12,000 XP. Oh, is this like you spend 1,000 XP specifically in your specialities before you get the 12,000? This initial XP is primarily of concern when bringing Deathwatch characters into other Warhammer 40,000 role-playing games such as Dark Heresy or Rogue Trader or vice versa. Yeah. Starting with 12,000 XP, that's a lot. I'm guessing it's because you're supposed to be the forefront. So if you wanted to play like Rogue Trader or Dark Heresy, and someone wants to play a Space Marine, then you probably want to have everyone else starting with 12,000 experience to make it sort of fair. Whoa, I didn't want to end up there. I wanted to go back to specialities. All right, so let's see how this works. Character advancements. A character advance is an increase to your raw abilities. When you buy a character advance, you get +5 to the characteristic on your character sheet. So I can gain +5, +5, +5, +5. I think I need to buy this one before I can buy this one, before I can buy this one, before I can buy this one. So this doesn't cost 500, this costs 700. And this doesn't cost 1,000, it costs 1,700 because I have to buy this before I buy this, before I buy this. I think. Gaining ranks. But I think it's this talents and advances stuff that I need to be looking at. So if I jump into Devastator, Librarian, Tactical Marine, here we go. I need to spend... Oh, so it's any of this stuff. So I can spend 5,000 on any of this stuff. Okay. Well, I don't... Yeah, let's just make my... In that case, let's get simple in... What are you doing? Let's put my ballistic skill up to 49 and my weapon skill up to what, 42? Because I'm a Space Marine, I'm supposed to be good at fighting stuff. And I should probably write down... Do you have... So there's this experience thing to say I've spent 1,000 experience. Yeah, not yet, so... Talents and traits, no. So we'll just put weapon, skill, simple, advancement. Not weapon skill, I've Ballistic skills, simple advancement. And so then... And then it's like here, now you've got 12,000 experience. And beginning characters also have an additional 1,000 experience. Wait, what? So I've got another 12, so this is putting me at 13,000. But does this also go, give me another 1,000, or is this the same 1,000 here? Okay, your character's total XP should equal 13,000. Less any XP that you... Okay. Okay, cool. So I guess I need to spend 13,000 experience points. But I'm not too sure how to do that. I mean, yes, I have seen it's got that stuff here under specialities, characteristic advancement, which we've just worked out, fine. And I've got all the tables that I can spend stuff on, but I don't know or understand what any of that stuff is, which is the difficult thing with creating a character in a system. You have no idea how it works. So, yeah, this is explaining what I was saying here about having to buy this, then this, then this. Yeah, rank 1, 13,000 to... Yeah, okay. Skill and talent advances. So you look at a skill or a talent, it will have a buying and advance, deciding how to advance your character. There you go. You can expect to gain around 750 XP with each section of play. General Space Marine advances. Okay, so these are some general things that I can take. And they don't have prerequisites. So I like that. But wait, what's this? It's a awareness cost 200, but what is that giving me? Because it's already basic and trained by default. And then rank 2, which I don't have access to yet because I'm only rank 1, I think, gives me awareness plus 10. So awareness plus 10 would cost me 300 prerequisite, but I haven't taken awareness. But what am I getting with this advance? Because I just get that for free. I'm confused. Yeah, so like carouse. What? Carouse is toughness? What? What? Whatever. I'm moving on. But yeah, like here we go. Dodge. So dodge, that would make sense. It would sound, that makes me think that would make me trained. And then if I took it down here, oh, it's not there. Dodge plus 10 is rank 5. But that's fine because it's not in any of the other things. Then Deathwatch advances makes a little bit more sense because, well, it doesn't make any more sense. It's just these are the things that are available to you because you are part of the Deathwatch. Black Templars, Blood Angels, Dark Angels. Here we've got some extra things. All right, so let's go back up to the reading thing. A skill advance teaches you a new skill or improves an existing skill to make it more effective. A talent advance gives you a knack or aptitude for something. Depending on your speciality, some skills or talents are easier to learn than others. Yeah. Buying an advance. Buying an advance is simple. Once you have had a good look at your advancement schemes and have chosen what you want to buy, follow these steps. Make sure it's available with your GM. Deduct the cost. Write down the name of the advance in the advances section. Oh, there is an advances section of the character sheet. Where is that? It's not there. It's not there. Apply any changes to characteristics, skills, talents, or traits from the advance. Finally, add the newly spent XP to... All right, so let's try... I'm still confused about this awareness thing. So let's just come down to skills. Basic skills. Okay, so at basic skills, if a skill is basic, and I'm guessing that these are the basic skills already marked, then you can do it if you are untrained, and you do it with half of your ballistic skill, or your half of the characteristic. So if it's a ballistic skill thing, then it's half your ballistic skill if you're untrained in it. But if it's an advanced skill, you just can't try it if you're not trained. So that's what the difference between basic and not basic or advanced is. And I'm guessing, actually, it'll be here. There was a list. I swear. Here we go. Basic awareness. Barter is just not there. Carouse, charm, climb, command, concealment, contortionist, deceive, demolition is not there. Demolition is here. Disguise. I don't see disguise really working. I'm 8 foot tall. I guess you can pretend to be a different Space Marine. Dodge. Okay. And so picking up ranks and stuff gives you trained. So just the question is just, why is character advancement, why is awareness available for an advancement? Because it's you get it for free. So all right. Anyway, that means I now have 12,000 experience to spend on just any of this stuff, as long as it's rank 1. So I don't need awareness. I don't care for carouse. Ciphers, chapter runes. Yeah. Let's pick that up. Let's go. That's trained now. No, hang on. What? It's already I've already got it. What are you doing? Anyway, I got command for free. Climb. I already have. So I'm not sure why I need to pick that. Concealment. Already trained in. I must be missing something. I must be missing something. Dodge. Where is dodge? Yes, let's get some dodge. And that's going to cost me 300. So total spent 1,300, and down here we're going to go dodge. $300 XP on dodge. Drive. Drive any. So I've got ground vehicles, so I'm guessing there are different kinds of vehicles. We'll just ignore that because I don't want to have to go find out what kind of vehicles I could be getting. Intimidate. Yeah, we'll train in intimidation. And that's going to cost us... I lost it. 400. Okay. Literacy. I'm already trained in that, thank God. You would hope that Space Marines were literate. So why again is it in the advancement list? Law. Okay, so we've got, is that scholastic law? It must be scholastic law. At which point, I'd love to get like Adeptus Astartes as well as Imperium and War. They all think War. They all sound like things that I should have as a specialist Marine who's actually been put in the Deathwatch for whatever reason. So Imperium and War. Now, so what's that? 12, 9, 2,900 experience spent. Navigation. Navigation. Let's get some training in navigation. That's going to set us back 400. While we're here, there is search. We'll get that as well. That is also going to set us back 400. Silent move, we've already got training in. Speak language. Gothic. I'm not sure what the languages are. I think High Gothic's a language, but we'll just leave that there. Survival, we get training in survival. Survival only sets us back 300. Swim sounds good, 200. So trade any. Cool. So I don't. Whoa, what's sound constitution? Oh, these must be talents. But let's write this down. I just picked up navigation. Surface for 400 XP. Search 400 XP. Did I get silent move? Some of these I think I already had. Search. Navigation. Silent move I already had. So swim and survival. Swim is 300. No, swim is 200. Survival was 300 XP. 500, 800. So that's 13. So this is going to be like 4-2. So Not rank 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, so I don't have to worry about that. Deathwatch. Ciphers. I feel like getting ciphers is probably good. As well as like, but I'm running out of space. This is the thing, right? Running out of space on this shitty character sheet, which doesn't let me check things and... Anyway, I guess we'll pick up some more lore. We'll go Common Law Deathwatch. Because I'm as a Dark Angel, I'm probably more interested. Ciphers, Deathwatch. Probably more interested in finding Trader Marines than I am Xenos. And now I don't have any space on my character sheet to pick up any of these other things. Otherwise, I probably would. And we'll pick up... what was it? Lore. Deathwatch. Not sure what Jericho Reach is about. Maybe it's a place. I did see in the... I'm pretty sure I saw it listed as like a chapter. So maybe there's a setting or a existing campaign inside this book. Interrogation. Oh, I like that. $300, $400. What are you doing? Yes. Sleight of hand. I like that too. Sleight of hand. Yes. Yes. And I think I put one next to interrogation already. Yes. So those both cost me 400. So that's going to be 5,400 experience points spent. Now we'll look at talents in a bit. Let's first look at... So, Black Templar, Dark Angels. Oh, yes, here's all this Forbidden Law stuff. Oh, I can actually... These aren't hidden by ranks, so I can straight up get interrogation plus 20. So we will actually do that. Interrogation plus 20. And that's going to cost us a total of 600 XP. Which is actually making it cheaper. So just the first one is cheaper for Dark Angel than it is for other Marines. And otherwise, everything else is a forbidden law. Ooh. Yes, this is exactly what I want. So the thing with the Dark Angels is that like half of them stayed loyal and half of them didn't. And so they like to spend their time hunting down at whatever cost, the Traitor Marines, the Traitor Legions. And I'm going to put plus 20 in each of these. So first let me make that 600 there, because that would have been a thing. And each of these is... So for Law Forbidden Adeptus Astartes is going to be 600. Law Forbidden, and I'm running out of space, so we're going to go AA plus 20 is going to cost 600 XP. And then we've got Inquisition plus 20 is going to cost 400 times 3 is 1200 XP. And Traitor Legions plus 20 is also going to cost 1200 XP. So we need to add... that's 3000 XP total? That is 3000 XP spent for a total of 8600 spent experience. And then let's see if there's anything for Tactical Marines that I need to get from skills, and then we'll look at talents. Librarians, here we go. Tactical Marine advancement. Rank 1. This is all talents. I kind of want to just spec into characteristic advances, because I could get both my weapon and ballistic skill up above 50. And I could get a lot of things up closer to 50. But maybe I should have a look at the talent list first. So let's... here we go. So we've got this talent list here. So let's just put a list of talents that I can buy down. Air of Authority. And then I will look them up. And we'll see what's worth getting. Starty's weapon specialization. Double team. Rapid reload. And that's sort of it. Otherwise, do we have this for free? Oh, we do have that for free. Okay. Oh, so it's cheaper for, this is 1,000 cost because I'm making a tactical marine as opposed to any other marine, which it costs more for. So signature war gear. Sound constitution times 2. And we also get all of these ones for free too. Yeah, unnatural strength, unnatural toughness. So sound constitution sounds like it does something with my statistics. General Space Marine stuff. I know, that's still rank 3. Rank 8, Deathwatch specific stuff. Hunter. of aliens. Resistance cold. Resistance heat. Dark Angels talent. Hatred. Chaos Space Marines. Hatred. Mutants. Paranoia. Talented pilot. Talented drive ground vehicles. Which I think I already got for free, right? Oh. No? Was it a... drive any for 600? Let's put a thing in that. Hmm. Cool. So now that I've done that, let's go down to the talents list and have a look at the prerequisites and benefits. I won't go and read the individual stuff for talents. We'll just look at these tables here. So Air of Authority affects more targets with test. So that makes it better. I can affect more people with fellowship tests. However, as a Dark Angel, I don't believe that I can affect people with a fellowship test unless they are in my kill team or they are also Dark Angels. Ambidextrous sounds fun, but it's not on my list. So this was the list. Air of Authority. So I won't be getting that. Astartes weapon specialization. Maybe. What, it doesn't say what it does. Okay, maybe I will. Okay, so need to take it for a particular, so we won't get that because that's then locking us into getting good with bolt guns or whatever. Double team. Double team. Gain an additional +10 bonus for ganging up. Yes. We will keep double team. Rapid reload sounds good to me. I can't find it though. Favored by the warp. Oh, here. What was I looking for? I was looking at F. What am I doing? Rapid reload. Reduce reload time. Sounds good. Signature war gear. One item up to 20 requisition becomes standard issue. That could be cool. What does Sound Constitution do? Gain an additional wound. Oh, sound constitution times 2, is that gain 2 additional wounds? I'm actually not going to take it. So, Hunter of Aliens. Gain an advantage in combating aliens. Nah, we're all about the traitors. Resistance. Gain +10 bonus to resistance tests. So I might get cold and heat resistance. That sounds fun. Hatred. Hatred. Gain +10 bonus to attack hated creatures. So that also sounds good. Paranoia. Where is P in the alphabet these days? Paranoia. The character is alert for danger. I'm not sure exactly what it does, but it makes sense. What does talented do? Gain a +10 bonus to corresponding skill test. Oh, okay, so you can get that as an extra thing. So talented pilot, or if I go talented drive ground vehicles, even though I'm only trained, I'd get +10, and then if I got to the +20 here, then I'd actually have +30 to my drive ground vehicles thing. Okay. We won't take those. We'll just look at these ones. So, coming back up to my character advancement. Double team, rapid reload, and signature war gear were all from... So I didn't take any of the general Space Marine ones. Deathwatch, this is 300 and this is 300, so this is 600 experience spent. And I'll put these over here. Hatred, I'm looking for Dark Angels. 500 and 500, so that's 1,000. Paranoia is another 500. So that's like 11. That much. And then the rest of it actually came from Tactical Marine. Astartes weapon specialization didn't take double team and rapid reload. Where did signature war gear come from then? I'll just get rid of that. But double team and rapid reload both sound like fun. So that's 700. And then we can spend the rest of the experience on over here. So I think that... Ooh, okay, so I have 1,300 experience remaining. So willpower, putting my willpower up by 5 is probably a good idea to 44. And that's at a cost of 200. Hmm. Now I don't have anything below a 4 now. I can put my willpower up even further. Fellowship isn't that great for me. Not hugely useful. Oh, I don't know how hugely useful it's going to be. What do I roll for fellowship? Blather, barter, deceive, disguise. Oh yeah, that's inquiry. Yeah, that could be good for that, I guess. Um, yeah, so fellowship's not hugely useful for me. Willpower probably is something that's really important, however. So I could put that up to 49. Perception costs 500. And so everything costs 500 except for ballistic skill and weapon skill, which would cost 1,000. So I can put my ballistic skill up to 54 and just be really good at hitting things, really good at shooting stuff. Put my agility up by 500, by 5 for a cost of 500. Yeah, maybe that's a better thing to do, because then I've got an agility of 46. And then I go, yeah, agility and perception. That could be good. Just sort of increasing all my things. Willpower is probably important. Intelligence is probably actually less important. My forbidden law stuff, I've got like the plus 20 on this, so I need a 60% chance of knowing about any of that stuff. Agility is probably important. Let's put my agility up to 6. And now I've got 600 to spend. And so let's just put it up to here. I'll just do that. And then I've got something to put somewhere. Toughness. Put my strength up to 50. Intelligence. Yeah, go intelligence up to here. And so I need to add... So if I go weapon skill, ballistic skill, agility. Agility is simple advancement. Willpower. I'll do that on a different line. What was the other one I did? Intelligence. And then come back to creating your character. Starting equipment is number 5. So gear. All specialities, standard issue. So I got Astartes power armor. Astartes bolt pistol. 3 Astartes frag grenades. 3 Astartes crack grenades. A combat knife. Repair cement. 1 chapter trapping. So I'll have to look at what that is. Tactical Marine standard issue also gets Astartes bolter with fire selector. 1 clip of special issue ammo. Not exceeding 25 requisition per clip. Oh, that's per mission. Okay, cool. Deathwatch. Yeah, so that's cool. And then, so I need to, I guess, work out what a chapter trapping is. Do I find that down in the armory, maybe? Yep. Chapter trappings. So I can have a ceremonial sword. A robe. Oh, here we go. Hooded robes are a common sight amongst Dark Angels. While they most often are worn by veterans and other high-ranking warriors, battle brothers of all ranks may be found wearing them. The exact reasons and hidden meanings of wearing such a robe are difficult to discern, even for members of the chapter, but a few examples exist below. Ooh, so I'm going to get a robe. I'm going to get a scholar's robe. And I can get, okay. So maybe a robe of secrets. Get a scholar's robe. Go +3 to Deathwatch. Yeah, +3 to Deathwatch. And then I don't think I need to really understand anything else there. So we can come back up to giving characters life. So this is the section where we decide who we are, I guess. All the important things about the character's past personality and other details that help you visualize your Space Marine. Gender and appearance. Due to the nature, so all Space Marines are male. That's just how that is. Appearance encompasses all of your character's physical traits. Many Space Marines have scars. Yeah, so that's just make up what they look like. Past events. Your character has a strong... your past has had a strong influence on your character. Unless, of course, your Space Marine has been mind cleansed. You may already have a great idea about what has happened to your character before he joined the Deathwatch. If this is the case, go ahead and write it all down. If you would like a little inspiration, use the tables below to figure out what happened before your Space Marine was chosen to attend. So that's cool. Yeah, 1d5 result. Let's do that. 8, which is 4. Thunderhawk Gunner. You have served your chapter as the gunner of one of the powerful Thunderhawk gunships. You have a unique perspective on the battlefield, having fought in the air, on the ground, and in space. Cool. Is there a place for me to put that? Not really. Power armor history. Once you have determined an event in your past, you can move on to the next step, determining any particular quirks of your Space Marine's power armor. A suit of ancient armor that enhances the Space Marine's already impressive musculature and senses. Excuse me. Musculature and senses. To a Space Marine, his power armor is a sacred piece of gear, which... Yeah, okay, so there's a table. There's a table for that. Yeah? No? Thought it said there was a table. What am I looking at? Table 512 on page 162. Oh, okay. Yep. Power armor history. Six. Thy strength be legend. The raw. I just write that down. The raw. The bearer receives an extra +10 bonus to strength, in addition to the normal bonus granted by power armor. It's added in after modification for unnatural strength. Cool. Power armor history. Nature. So there's a bunch of other stuff. Nature, what your home world is like, what is your personality like, why were you selected for the Deathwatch, what does the Deathwatch mean to you, what do you desire, what do you hate. Unfortunately, I think that some of this stuff feels like it needs some more knowledge than what we've got, because I haven't really read the book. I've just sort of glanced through with what we've seen in the video. From knowledge of Warhammer generally, which isn't that great, and from some of the decisions I've made through character creation, I've got an idea of I hate the traitor legions. I'm all very up for hunting chaos and traitors, heretics. Desire. Yeah, I don't really know enough about the Dark Angels per se. Don't know about why have you been selected for the Deathwatch? Don't know. I don't know why you would. Would that be okay with me? I seem to be all about hunting heretics, which might be why I've been selected. But if I'm looking for the traitors, the Fallen, I believe they're called, from the Dark Angels, then I'm not sure I'd like being not with my brethren. What is your personality like? Don't know. Homeworld, this is very much very particular. Maybe I'm from a hive world, maybe I'm not, I don't know. Demeanors. Now, apparently... Demeanor actually has a thing here. So we'll roll on the table. Five, taciturn. The Space Marine is a brooding individual, little given to conversation, which kind of fits with everything I've been saying. you know, general edgelord. So yeah, but they're just roleplay example things. Name, ooh, name. Let's pick a Dark Angel's name off a random roll that I can actually see. Nemiel. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, that's player name. Rank 1. I don't. Was the past event the Thunderhawk pilot? Is that it? Is that it? I think that's it. And it's got some role playing stuff. Some info on Space Marine abilities. Ooh, here we go. Designer notes: squad mode, solo mode, and cohesion. You may notice many references to squad mode, solo mode, or cohesion. Rules are discussed later, but a brief summary is: because the Space Marines of the Deathwatch are drawn from chapters across the galaxy, they're not as comfortable working together as with the battle brothers of their home chapters. Some Space Marines may find themselves serving alongside rivals or even enemies, and overcoming these differences can be quite challenging. Solo mode represents a Deathwatch Space Marine in his natural state, soon after arriving at Watch Fortress Ariok. In solo mode, the Space Marine's particular special abilities, beliefs, and traditions that are part of his home chapter are emphasized. He is relying on his instincts and the decades or even centuries of experience fighting alongside other battle brothers of his home chapter. A Space Marine is never more than an exemplar of what it means to be a battle brother of his chapter than when he is in solo mode. Squad mode is a way of representing a kill team that has set aside their differences of focusing on working together as a team. In squad mode, the Space Marines are not as focused on their individual chapter abilities, instead gaining the benefits of teamwork and being able to act as a unit. When Space Marines are in squad mode, they are nearly unstoppable unit of deadly warriors. When a kill team is in squad mode, they have access to a resource known as Cohesion. Cohesion may be spent to trigger certain effects and abilities that benefit the group and allow the kill team to perform incredible feats. Yeah, okay, so there's this whole thing there. So you've got abilities that are for both. There you go. So I think that we're done. We've got a character now for a game of Deathwatch. I don't understand some of these things on the sheet still, and where they fit into it. I haven't really filled out weapons or anything, but you know, I've got, I think, basically all of the basic stuff down for a character for the game. It was pretty easy to set out. It did take a while to go through some of this stuff, and it wasn't particularly clear immediately what the difference between basic and advanced, and because we've got the basic trained, it looks like I had to go from basic to trained to etc., as opposed to so that relationship wasn't particularly clear, but otherwise it's pretty easy to understand. Create a character for, and would potentially be a fun game to play. So thanks for joining me. I hope you found the video informative and had fun. Thanks very much. Have a good one.